On last week's episode of Fish Addictions TV, we saw our buddy Drake Hurd cash a check. We're off to Saginaw Bay now. Guys are making 80-some mile runs. We chose to make a 30-mile run. We have good fish going. We just need to capitalize on them on day 2. We can do it.
We're swinging for the fences.
Go team.
Addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. An addiction is not desirable. It is something that overtakes your life. What happens when an addiction cannot be stopped? An addiction is stronger than any one drug with only one cure. The cure is not rehab. It is not medication. It is not a counselor. The only cure for us is the water beneath our feet, the rod in our hands, the anticipation of that next big bite, and the camaraderie we all share. This is Fish Addictions TV.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear and the rest of our fine sponsors.
So obviously, not being to Bay City, you hear about that it's a huge walleye capital. There's a ton of people that fish. And then when you actually go to a weigh-in, you see how many people are there. There's a huge pavilion that they had set up, the stage was underneath it. It was a great show. There was a ton of people there to watch, support the community, and support the National Walleye Tour.
You know, Bay City was awesome. The town is awesome. They have everything there. It's really pretty. You know, we got to experience a lot of it with that 45-minute slow no wake all the way out to the bay. Day 2, you know, you're never out of it. And I still kick myself actually on day 2. I honestly feel like I should have ran around the thumb on day 2. The Rob and Rob show here. We got one in the box, hoping to get a couple more.
Absolutely.
Maybe 5 nice ones. But we need some good fish today to make up some weight from yesterday. Ah, another farm animal. Oh, it's a catfish. God, we're catching everything. Yep, got that one.
Right.
So day 2, I go back and forth about it, and I still to this day go back and forth about it, should I have made that run or not, and I just chose not to make that run. So what we were doing on these spots is we were basically big long mud points that would stick out into the bay, and what we would do is just drive our spinners over the top of them. But for some reason those fish seemed to switch, so I actually slid up shallower, shortened up my leads, and drove over the top, and those big fish seemed to be biting.
Day 2 was totally different. I didn't make that adjustment fast enough of basically switching that tail hook to a treble hook to make sure we were getting those short bites, and I lost a lot of fish day 2, didn't come in with a limit, and but again, that's that learning experience.
Sir, looks like 8.73 yesterday, 14.65 for Nikki. Today's looks like 4.54. So you got a 2-day total, Nikki, of 19.19 and 13.27. Let's get to North Dakota.
Devil's Lake, here we come.
Exactly. All right.
When I look back at it, If I was getting the weights that I did in pre-fish, I think I probably could have cashed a check if I would have did it, if I would have went.
We got 5 in there, Robert.
No.
It's a long day. We've got to think about it that long. 15.95, Robert. 15.40 for you, Rob. So good day, good tournament. You're gonna end up 91st and 90th. So we got some work to do there. But we'll see you when we get to Devil's Lake, man.
I made a slight decision to slide up shallower and move a little further north than what Mike's spot was, and it happened to pay off big time. And I had a huge weight the second day that really bumped me up in the standings.
Today's weight, 1673. Nice job, guys. 31.59 for you. Jake back into 13th place over 9. Drake, 28.40. Nice basket, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Bay City, put it together. Give him a big round of applause. This is Brett King. Brett's gonna need 25.77 to take over first place, and he's got a two-fisted grip on a massive bag of walleyes. Is it enough to be crowned champion or be the championship bag here in Bay City? 25.89, Brett King takes over first place in Bay City.
So, Saginaw, Brett King, got it done. That guy, you know, you hear about guys saying that they do it the right way. That's a guy that has worked and worked and worked. The guy got it done, was efficient, and slammed the door, and hopefully he can do some damage in Angler of the Year.
That's a wrap on location 2, off to Devil's Lake.
The all-new Eskimo pistol bit is the ultimate weapon to pair with your 1/2-inch high-torque cordless drill if you want to be mobile and destroy the ice in a hurry. At just under 4 pounds, nothing will slow you down, as this unit was engineered to cut fast, cut smooth, and maximize the battery life of your cordless drill. Best of all, it's lightweight, so it won't wear you out. If you've been considering a cordless drill auger bit, we challenge you to try the pistol and find something you don't like about it.
At Glacier, our goal is to build only the highest quality ice fishing shelters, constructed of premium materials that will provide lasting value and years of trouble-free service. See for yourself how our attention to detail and never-ending commitment to product improvement sets a Glacier Ice House apart from the competition and makes a Glacier Ice House the ultimate way to play. For more information, visit glacierIcehouse.com. Manitoba, Canada's heart beats.
Guys, we're about 10 days past Saginaw Bay. I wanted to give a quick recap of basically what's gone on the last 2 events and really just give my thoughts on how it's going so far. We're halfway through the season, and you know, we're not, I haven't placed exactly where I'd like to be by any means, not even close actually.
Pre-fishing was all right, actually. We had a decent pre-fishing. Up north, we could have ran 70, 80 miles, between 70 and 80 miles. And we were having some nice bags, don't get us wrong. Robert would have had 26 some pounds, you know, a couple days in a row.
We're going into Devil's Lake, and one thing I did for Devil's Lake is I wanted to make sure that I didn't pass anything up. So I actually went on the graph and deleted everything, all my waypoints. Every waypoint that I have in Devil's Lake is completely gone. I still know Devil's Lake. I still know things I like about Devil's Lake. Obviously, I still remember areas I fish on Devil's Lake, but I think it's gonna force me to really go back at it and learn and re-attack that lake and relearn that lake. Because you know, one thing about Devil's Lake is when you get complacent and you get comfortable in an area, that lake's always fluctuating up and down. So what I wanted to force myself to do was really stay away from fishing, you know, specific areas and points, and really explore a whole point or explore a whole shoreline or explore the whole lake again and really try to relearn it. And I've got 20 days to get out there and really figure it out. And we're gonna be out there fishing as much as we can from here to the tournament day and hopefully get it figured out.
Heading to Devil's Lake, I'm super excited. I absolutely love Devil's Lake. I know it's a place where you can go, you know, and pre-fish and catch tons of fish. You know, even though we're fishing this tour, it's super nice going to places where you know you're gonna catch a lot of fish. Just want to let everybody know Brock's up at 6 o'clock. Morning, Drake.
I'm awake. I was excited again. Another place where I hadn't been, so that makes 3 events in a row where I had never been there. Mike has a ton of history on this lake, so I'm excited about that. That's always a huge help when you have someone that's been on the water so much.
Jacko's hooked up. We got Jack hooked up. Guys, we are bobber fishing. This is some fun stuff. Oh! And Jacko lost it. Mike's hooked up. Nice. How deep are you? You're fishing about 5 feet?
Probably 6.
6? Okay.
So pre-fishing going into Devil's Lake was going to be a 2-pronged approach. We were going to throw slip bobbers in the trees and try to wrestle those walleyes out of there, and then we're going to throw lead in the deep east basin.
What do you know? Awesome fish. Walleye poop and all. That's good. Little slip bobber goodness. Up in the wood, baby.
So basically when pre-fishing, we've got a bunch of spots lined up, and so we're just really jumping around, trying things really close to what we're doing. You know, all my success tournament fishing has been leaving fish alone that you found, and I'm telling you, that's the hardest thing to do. But when you can go out on a pre-fish day and catch another walleye like that, the hardest thing, the absolute hardest thing that I do is leave spots alone. That's gonna be a 24, 25 incher right there, and on game day, that is gonna be a game-changing fish. Whew, let's get her back.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings. The best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Pre-fishing, we got the boys out here helping out. We actually caught a few decent fish today, so that's good. It's about 5:30. We actually put a good day in, longer day than I thought we were going to get in, and we put probably 10. We had 10 good fish, really, between all of them. So the pre-fish actually on Devil's Lake ended up being a couple different things. We found big fish up in shallow water, 2 to 4 feet of water. We found big fish in 50 feet of water. We found big fish in 35 feet of water. We try to be as efficient on the water as possible all day, every day. So for us, it's really important to get back and kind of reorganize the boat so everything's where it should be. And honestly, if you try to treat every pre-fish day like a tournament day, in my eyes, it just prepares you for game day, and that's what we're doing. We're getting ready, we're getting organized, making sure bait's alive, making sure rods are prepped and ready to rock and roll. Nothing going on out on the water. We're not re-rigging rods on the water. We're not changing, line on the water. All that's done now to make sure that we're ready for tomorrow.
Let's see, show the camera. It's a nice fish. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I would have hated to see that other one.
Oh my God, you had a...
I had one of those on. I had one of those on. Pre-fishing on Devil's Lake was unbelievable. One of my travel guys, Mike, he beauty. We found a bite and we exposed the bite even more during pre-fish. 514. I mean, this guy is like on fire. Hold on. Oh, that's a good eater. Little Devil's Lake action. The way we were catching fish, I had tried it on Devil's Lake, but when we did it and it worked, and we were going to the, different spots and catching these, giant walleyes, you gotta work to find these bigger fish, and we were catching them. And this was in pre-fish, so it was super exciting. We're out pulling, I think Jack's got flicker minnows on. We're out deeper, trying to see if we can get something going on. Mike's hooked up again. Oh, another nice fish. No. That one too? We know this spot. Hell yeah, man.
Lovely. That was the small end of what we caught.
Yeah. That was nice. Nice walleye.
Okay, we're out of here.
Look at that. Bobbers, baby.
Yeah, that's what we were catching, man. Nothing like a triple 25s.
Well, we're calling it a wrap. Just loading up Mike's boat right now. I'm doing a quick update from the truck. Got fish doing a little bit of everything. Not a lot of fish, but a couple of the right ones. Those 4 pound, 5 pound. Actually in our group even fish up to 28 and a half, which if they bite tourney day, wow. Got a big one on a slip bobber, a big one running cranks on lead core deep. Just hopped around to a ton of different spots, covered a lot of water. If we caught a good one, we left. Well, that didn't take long.
Brett's hooked up, and you're not gonna believe what he just caught this on.
Should I bass flip it in? The rumors are true.
He's gonna pass.
They work on ice and they work in stumps, baby. Look at that thing, it crushed it.
We bring the bass guy in the boat.
I was not gonna try it.
Unbelievable.
I better go help him get stuff strapped down and unload my gear, and thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned.
I'm sick to my stomach right now because every day that goes by and we keep catching these big fish, different areas, same game plan, different areas. I think it could be special.
Woodlands Resort is, next to none. It's where we're staying. We have a huge cabin. We're all able to stay, all together. We all have our own beds. Kyle really took care of us.
And guys were coming from other hotels to our hotel just to get to the tackle shop. So if you ever get a chance to go out there and experience that, I definitely recommend Woodland Resort.
It's a comfort knowing, you can fish all day out there and come into something relaxing and be able to get a good night's sleep.
Tackle!
What do you eat, guys?
Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store with over 40 locations.
#13 Fishing. Make your own luck.
Good job, buddy.
Pre-fish actually on Devil's Lake ended up being a couple different things. We found big fish up in shallow water, 2 to 4 feet of water. We found big fish in 50 feet of water. We found big fish in 35 feet of water. But I chose day one to jump in and try that shallow water bobber bite with the wind blowing the way it was. I knew I was taking a chance in that particular area. Got to go hit that first. We've got 5 or 6 spots that we're pretty confident in, so that's a great thing heading into day one, and we've got 6 options.
Devil's Lake, there was 145 teams, give or take, and these are the best anglers in the world. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No one can even debate it. So you know that you're going to have some stiff competition.
I made like a 28-mile run to where I was going, And the way I was fishing, you know, I was fishing some deeper fish. You know, I had some more pressure where I was fishing. There was multiple boats there. So that kind of changed the game, you know, because these fish feel pressure. And I did not get my fish. I think I worked that area for, I think I even went 3 hours, and I was only gonna give myself 2 hours before I was gonna go start bobber fishing.
So halfway through day one, I was still struggling. I didn't really catch any fish bobber fishing. Was I struggling? Yeah, but I still knew I had some more spots where we could catch some fish, and I had one small spot where I could get, you know, a few 18, 19 inches. Not the fish we were looking for, but could maybe stay in it.
I was kind of disappointed. You know, you get a little nervous after you have an unbelievable pre-fish. And then I started fishing in the trees. I roll into my spot, and I catch like a 25-incher in the tree. So I'm excited at that point. I'm like, all right, we got a fish in the live well. Let's just keep doing this. I got another one. And then I end up pulling a 28.5-incher out of there. So I'm like, this is good. This is good. And then it just shut off. And you know, I worked and worked, grinded, went through a million jigs, went back out trolling again, just couldn't get them. Came in with 3 fish. I came in short.
This next guy wants to get it done because you know what? I know North Dakota water too, says Robert Cardenas. How you doing? Scott Swenson, good to have you here. It's gonna settle in and give you a weight of 13.22 pounds, get you right on the bubble of the money right now, Robert.
Coming up next, Michael Olson from Thompson, North Dakota. Looks like he's got
fish in the basket. All right, looks like 3.75 pounds gonna be our weight today, so better luck tomorrow, and we'll let you get moving.
Tomorrow's a new day.
A minute in and we had a 24-incher in the live well, and probably stuck it out there maybe a little bit too long and ended up with 1 fish for the day. But like I said, you know, you gotta keep going.
How many we got in there, Drake?
Just 2. We struggled today.
Probably my worst day of tournament fishing in a long time.
4.62 is gonna be our weight for a couple of fish. 4.62, so hopefully better tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I was hoping that it would be flat, dead, calm, and hot, so I'm hoping that helps tomorrow.
Leading the tournament right now, in first place with over 29 pounds of walleye, North Dakota's Jim Carroll. So that's where we're sitting as it sits right now. Just a reminder that tomorrow's weigh-in will kick off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We launch our boats at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll crown a champion right around this time tomorrow. So day 1 is in the wraps. On behalf of the entire National Walleye Tour staff, have a safe and fun evening. We'll see you tomorrow on day number 2, Devil's Lake Cabelas National Walleye Tour.